Hello guys, welcome to another video of the Indian Value Investor. Today's video is about an important question or a doubt that's ringing in everyone's mind that already has a health insurance policy. And that doubt is if treatment costs for Corona COVID-19 is covered under your existing health insurance policy available by you or provided to you by your employer. I assure you that you will have answers for your questions by the end of this video. Before we get to whether it is covered or not under your existing policy, we need to understand the various sections under which treatment costs are likely to come if tested positive for Corona COVID-19. Information that we have now says that when someone contracts this novel Corona COVID-19, they start to get symptoms of fever, dry cough, tiredness, etc. Naturally, one will take preliminary medicines and will eventually go for a swab test. If found positive, will get hospitalized for further treatment. Also, in some cases, doctors advise treatment at home itself. The ones that are treated in the hospitals are subsequently discharged once the tests are negative. They are also prescribed medicines and are advised for rest. So the major expenses that a COVID-19 patient is likely to incur can be brought under these few categories. Medical expenses before hospitalization, COVID testing or diagnostic costs, ambulance expenses, treatment costs at hospital which includes room rent, ICU charges, doctor fees, PPE kits, masks, medicines, etc. Then once the patient is discharged, he may incur expenses at home for medicines and other related expenses. IRDA, which is the regulator for insurance companies in India, had released a circular dated 4th of March 2020 for settling claims under existing health insurance policies for Corona COVID-19 quickly. It also said that insurance companies should admit the costs of medical expenses during the course of treatment, including the treatment during quarantine period, subject to the terms and conditions of the policy. Now let's revisit the various expenditures a COVID patient is likely to incur. Generally, a health insurance policy covers for pre-hospitalization expenses for up to 60 days before hospitalization. So unless it is specifically excluded in your policy, you will be eligible for these expenses. However, these pre-hospitalization expenses are payable only if the claim is otherwise payable. Testing and diagnostic charges are also payable under the regular policy, subject to the condition that the treatments undergone are consistent with the tests. Ambulance costs are also payable as per certain limits as prescribed in your policy. For example, some policies pay up to ₹750 for ambulance expenses. Your regular health insurance policy also pays for treatment costs like ICU charges, room rents, doctor fees, etc. Please note that health insurance policies will generally have sublimits, which is nothing but restriction on these expenditures. For example, room rent will be capped at ₹1,500 per day. So if you are availing a room that costs ₹2,000 per day, you will have to shell out ₹500 from your own pocket. Likewise, sublimits will be applicable for ICU charges, nursing charges, etc. as well. Now it is time for some bad news. IRDA had issued a circular in September 2019 mentioning 68 optional items. Unfortunately, these include kits, masks, etc. So the discretion as to whether or not to pay for these PPE kits, masks, etc. is left to your company. Likewise, domiciliary expenses or treatment costs for taking treatment at home is also excluded under most policies. As far as post-hospitalization is concerned, most policies cover up to 90 days. So this means that your policy is very likely to cover your post-hospitalization expenses once you're back home for 90 days. Also, please be informed that IRDA has mandated insurance companies to sell a specific Corona-specific product called Corona KAVACH. This policy, Corona KAVACH, exclusively covers for Corona treatment. I have made a dedicated video on Corona KAVACH for which I am sharing the link in the I button above. I believe that I have cleared the clutter that you had in your mind as to whether your policy covers for Corona treatments or not. Also, if you found this video useful, do share it with your friends and family so that nobody remains uninformed of their rights, especially in tough times like these. Shortly, I'll be back with another informative video. Till then, stay safe and take care. Bye.